We require mechanical devices such as radios to transform the radio waves into audible sound waves. Transform, what does that mean? Transform means to change or convert something into something else. Trans means what? Means moving. Trans, moving. Form means shape, so it changes the shape. Okay? Trans has the meaning of moving from one position or state to another. Transform the radio waves into audible sound waves. Audible, what does that mean? Audible means you can hear it. Audio has the meaning of hearing or sound. Oh my God. That's the basic principle of radio communication. The basic principle. What does basic mean? Basic means simple and important. Also, just like sound waves, long wavelength radio waves lose intensity with distance. That means the longer it goes, the weaker it gets. That's why you can't hear your favorite favorite radio station when you move far from its source. Favorite radio station. What does station mean here? Station is somewhere that something stops, like a bus station, train station. But in this case, the radio station is the place from which they send the radio signals, or the radio programs, or the program itself. It's called the radio station. It's cold. So when you move far from the radio station, you can't hear the program well. Shorter radio waves, however, can reach greater distances by bouncing off the ionosphere. Can reach greater distances. What does reach mean? Reach means to get to, okay? By bouncing off. What does bounce mean? Bounce means to hit something and immediately getting away from that thing, okay? Like when you bounce a ball on the wall, bouncing off the ionosphere. Ionosphere. Oh my goodness. Ionosphere is the area in the atmosphere. Okay. It's from 60 kilometers to 1,000 kilometers from the surface of the earth, all right? And there's a high concentration of free electrons, okay? And they are produced by the ionizing radiation when it enters the atmosphere. Do you understand? So you have to, sphere, what did I say? Is the ball shape. But this, in here it means area. Iono. What's an ion? Ion is an electrically charged atom. Do you understand? And this area is highly concentrated with free electrons. Free electrons are the electrons. Hold on. What is an electron? Electron is a particle, a very small particle, smaller than an atom, which is negatively charged, okay? And free electrons are the electrons that is detached, is not attached to. They are the ones that are not attached to ions or atoms or molecules, and it can move freely, but it is influenced by the electrical or magnetic field, okay? So free electrons are the electrons that is detached from an ion or an atom or a molecule that which can move freely, okay? So this ionosphere has a lot of free electrons. That's why it's called an ionosphere, a sphere with ions, okay? Let me tell you something. Back to this electromagnetic spectrum, okay? The radiations, which have frequencies higher than the high ultraviolet area, this part is called the ionizing radiation, which means it has the power to ionize atoms, means make an atom to be an ion, okay? And this cause a chemical reaction, and this is harmful to people, okay? So the rays here are harmful to people, in great amount, okay? They call X-ray is harmful to you too, right? But from visible light and under, okay, they don't have this effect. They are non-ionizing radiation, so they don't have that effect, okay? So the rays that enters the atmosphere, which makes the ionosphere, would be the rays like ultraviolet and higher frequencies. Wow. Shorter radio waves can reach greater distances by bouncing off the ionosphere. So that means, oh my goodness. If this is the surface of the Earth, do you understand? And this is the ionosphere area here. The short wavelength radio waves can bounce off the ionosphere, be reflected. That's how they can go to far distances. Because lower frequencies, they just go this way and disappear, right? But this one can bounce off and go more distances. Yeah. That's why long-range communication devices are called shortwave radios. Let's go to the next part.
Let's quickly look at microwaves, which are also a part of the electromagnetic spectrum. They're right next to radio waves in frequency and wavelength. They're more powerful than radio waves, but not as strong as X-rays. Microwaves are also used for communications and can travel longer distances than radio waves. For many years, microwaves were the main source of long-distance telecommunications. They also have more bandwidth than radio waves, so they have a greater capacity for communications. But unlike most sound and radio waves, microwaves can be dangerous to humans since they have the ability to cause changes in the objects they strike. This, incidentally, is the principle behind a microwave oven. The microwaves excite the water molecules in food. This causes them to vibrate, which heats the food. That's also why you shouldn't stand too close to a microwave oven or a microwave tower. Understand what I mean?
What is this part about? This part is about microwaves, alright? What about the microwaves? They are right next to radio waves in frequency and wavelength. Okay. They are more powerful than radio waves, so they are used for long distance telecommunications. Microwaves were the main source of long distance telecommunications. Okay, and they have more bandwidth than the radio waves, so they have a greater capacity for communications. But it's dangerous. Okay. It can cause change in the objects that it hits. Okay. This is how the microwave oven works. The microwaves excite the water molecules, so it heats the food which goes in the microwave oven. Okay. So it's harmful to human. Why? Because if you get hit by it, you will be burned. Okay, let's quickly look at microwaves, which are also a part of the electromagnetic spectrum. They are right next to radio waves in frequency and wavelength. Right next to radio wave here. Radio wave, microwave, they are right next to microwave in wavelength and frequency. Do you understand what I mean? They are more powerful than radio waves, but not as strong as X-rays. Of course, X-rays have a very high frequency and very short wavelength. Okay. Microwaves are also used for communications and can travel longer distances than radio waves. For many years, microwaves were the main source of long distance telecommunications. Were the main source. What does main mean? Main means more important than other things in a situation. Okay? Long distance telecommunication. What is that? Tele means far away. Telescope, you can see far away things. Television, you can see far away things. Telephone, you can hear the voice of far away people. They also have more bandwidth than radio waves, so they have a greater capacity for communications. They also have more bandwidth. Bandwidth is how wide the band is. Okay. Band is a strip of things, such as colors, lights, or land, or things like that, which is different from the area next to it. Do you understand? Band. So bandwidth is the range of frequencies. The range of frequencies of a particular telecommunication signal. Okay? The range of frequencies of a particular telecommunication signal. Okay, that's what a bandwidth is. So if the band is wide, means the passage is wider, so a lot of information can travel through that range.